Okay, so get this. Travis Kelce, the guy you know catching touchdowns every Sunday, is now hosting a game show.
Wow.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you heard that, right? Like we have this article from the Daily Beast all about it.
Interesting.
And they're calling him, are you ready for this? A Renaissance man.
Really?
I know, right? It's like, is
Oh,
that a little much? I mean, hosting a game show, that's a pretty big jump from, like, winning a Super Bowl.
yeah, Renaissance man might be pushing it a little bit. You think about those guys, they were like masters of, all sorts of things, art, science, the whole deal.
Right.
But maybe like nowadays it's more about being, what do they call it? A polymath. Like someone who's into a bunch of different things and can like connect them in ways you wouldn't expect.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. So let's look at Kilche. He's done some acting, there's the whole fashion thing, now he's doing this game show. Is this him, like, expressing all these different sides of himself, or is this all, part of some bigger plan?
Yeah, good point. Like, is he trying to, you know, build a brand for after football? Or is he just someone who loves trying new stuff?
Exactly.
I guess that's the question.
Right.
But let's talk about this game show. What's it called again? Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity?
Yep, that's the one. And it's like a spin-off of the classic, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? But instead of regular people, you got celebrities in the hot seat.
Makes sense.
But here's the thing. The article points out a big difference. The celebrity version, they ditch that whole schoolhouse set, and go for a more late-night talk show vibe.
Huh. Interesting. I wonder if that, like, changed the whole feeling of the show. You know, part of what made the original so funny was watching those adults squirm when they realized they couldn't remember basic fifth grade stuff.
Totally.
Do you think these celebrities even care if they lose to a bunch of 10-year-olds?
That's the funny part. The article says they don't. It kind of takes away some of the tension, the humor, because the celebrities are just there to have fun. They're not worried about, like, their intellectual pride or anything. They even make jokes about not knowing the answers. It's less about proving how smart they are and more about just entertaining everyone.
So, like, the stakes are lower. Which makes me wonder, what makes a low-stakes game show good? Is it all about the host?
I mean, the host is definitely a big part of it. Think about it. They need to keep the energy up, make the game fun to watch, and connect with, both the contestants and the audience.
Right.
And this is where it gets interesting. The article actually says good things about Kelsey's hosting. They say he's comfortable, quick-witted, keeps things moving.
Wait, really? So they're saying this guy, the tight end known for, running over defenders, is also charming on camera. I got to see this.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. They even tell the story about a contestant who said she wanted to use her winnings for, get this, a BBL.
What's a BBL?
Well, that's the thing. Kelch pretended he didn't know what it was.
Ah,
It showed, like, he's not afraid to poke fun at himself and keep things light.
I like that. Okay, but it makes you think, what does it even take to be good at hosting a game show? Like, can you learn it? Or do you have to just be born with, like, a certain personality type?
Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? Some people, they just have that, that it factor, the charisma, the stage presence that just pulls you in.
Right.
But I think a lot of it is, like, skill practice, too. A good host, they know how to read the room, React in the moment, keep the energy going.
So you're saying Kelcha might actually have some natural talent, but
Yeah.
he's also working at it, like getting better.
Could be.
Makes me want to watch the show even more. But the article also said something kind of funny. They said Kelcha might have a future as a low-stakes game show host, but that he probably wouldn't be replacing Ken Jennings on Jeopardy anytime soon.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's interesting. Like, is there really, a hierarchy in the world of game shows?
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that you mention it, what makes a game show low stakes versus like high stakes? Is it just how much money you can win?
I think it's more about the whole, the vibe and focus of the show. Like, take Jeopardy, for example.
Ah.
It's all about knowledge, strategy, serious competition. The pressure is on, the stakes are high, both, like, intellectually and financially.
Right.
Those contestants are playing for some serious bragging rights.
Yeah. You don't see a lot of joking around on Jeopardy.
Nope. But then you have shows like, Are You Smarter Than a Celebrity? Where it's more relaxed, playful. It's less about, showing off how smart you are and more about just having fun, entertaining people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And that's where a host like Kelce, that's where he can really do his thing.
totally.
He can bring his energy, his humor, those quick comebacks to make a show that's fun to watch, even if the questions aren't, super hard.
Exactly.
So going back to that Jeopardy thing, do you think they're saying Kelce isn't smart enough for a show like that? Or is it more like his style is better for a different kind of game show?
I think it's more about finding the right fit.
Yeah.
Kelce, his strengths are his charisma, his ability to connect with people, that playful energy. That works great in a more relaxed comedic setting. Like, are you smarter than a celebrity? But a show like Jeopardy needs something different. Someone who's, authoritative, knowledgeable, who can keep that serious, almost academic tone.
Right, right. It's like different game shows need different tools. Kind of like how a football team needs different types of players.
That's a great analogy.
Right. You got your quarterbacks, your running backs, your linemen,
Yeah.
all with their own, specific roles to play.
And just like in football, a successful game show, it needs all the pieces to work together to be a winner. The host, the contestants, the questions, the set, even the music, it all matters.
It all comes together.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe Kelce will surprise us and decide to try something more serious down the line. Maybe we'll see him hosting Wheel of Fortune someday, or even The Price is Right. Can you imagine him giving away cars and trips with that energy?
That would be awesome.
I know, right? But even if he sticks to the fun side of game shows, I think he could do really well. He's clearly got a knack for it, and he seems to be having a good time.
Definitely. And it's almost like he's unlocked this hidden talent. Like he discovered this whole other side of himself that he didn't even know was there.
That's a good point. It makes you wonder, how many other people out there have hidden talents just waiting to be discovered?
Right. It's a good reminder that we should never underestimate ourselves or, limit ourselves to just one path. Who knows what we're capable of if we just step outside our comfort zones and, try new things.
Absolutely. And, this whole conversation about Kelce and game shows, it got me thinking about, the bigger picture, the role of athletes in our culture. It's like they're not just athletes anymore,
Yeah.
right? They're entertainers, they're business people, they're influencers. They're doing it all.
That's a good point. We're definitely seeing a shift in how we see athletes and how they see themselves, too.
Yeah.
It's not just about what they do on the field or the court anymore.
Yeah.
It's about using their platform to, do what they're passionate about, connect with fans, make a difference. It's bigger than just the game.
We were just talking about how, athletes are kind of becoming more than just athletes.
Yeah.
Like they're using their platform
Right.
to explore different things and connect with fans in new ways.
Yeah, and it's not even just about the fans anymore. Think about the opportunities it creates for the athletes themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're building businesses, starting charities, making content. It's like they're building, these whole empires that go way beyond just their sport.
So like being a good athlete now, it's about more than just winning games.
Right.
It's about building a legacy, something that, lasts longer than their time playing.
Mm.
And it makes you wonder, is this something we're going to see more of?
I think it's already happening. Look
Yeah.
at LeBron James. He's, a basketball legend, but he's also a businessman, like a media mogul. He does a ton of charity work. He's using what he's got to actually make a difference. And he's not the only one. Look at Serena Williams.
Okay.
She's killing it in the fashion world. She's speaking up for women and girls. She's building a business empire. It's like the whole idea of what an athlete is, it's changing right in front of us.
It's like they're becoming like those Renaissance people. You know?
Right.
They're not just good at one thing. They're chasing all sorts of passions and making an impact in different areas. And that brings us back to Travis Kelce. Maybe this whole game show thing is just the start of something much bigger.
Who knows? I mean, we've seen how comfortable he is on camera, how he connects with people and makes them laugh. This could be just the first step in, a whole career in entertainment.
Yeah, maybe he'll end up with his own talk show or something, or even be in movies.
You never know.
It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm rooting for him. And I think his story, it's inspiring. It reminds us that we don't have to stick to just one path.
Right.
We can try different things, find those hidden talents, and make our own definition of success.
And I think that's a really important message, especially for young people today. They're growing up in a world where anything seems possible, where you can be an athlete and an artist, a business person and an activist all at the same time.
It's a whole new world.
Yeah, and I think that's something to celebrate. It's about breaking down those old limits and just going for it, reaching your full potential.
Totally well said. So as we wrap up this deep dive into Travis Kelce, the game show host, I think the big takeaway is this. We're seeing a real change in how we see athletes and how they see themselves. It's not just about what they do in the game anymore.
Yeah, it's about more than that.
It's about using what they've got to go after their passions, connect with people, make a difference in the world.
And that's pretty awesome to see. It reminds you to never underestimate what people can do, and to always be open to new things.
Couldn't agree more. Thanks for joining us on this, this journey into the world of sports and entertainment and the rise of, what do you call it, the multi-hyphenate athlete.
Uh-huh.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.